Hello everyone, and welcome back to WOR. Here for round 4 of the PCF2 Tier 2 Championship. Today you're joined by me alone. Sappy wasn't here to make up, unfortunately, due to some internet issues. I will be joined by Joshua Birch, but he's just got to finish a few work things, so we should be around in about 5 to 10 minutes. So we should see him join us through qualifying. But also, excuse my voice, I've got a really bad cold, so if you hear me coughing, that's why. But yeah, we're here for the fourth round at Belgium, which is a track I think everyone loves. You know, we have F1, we have F1 feeder series, we have GT cars. You know, any type of motorsport you imagine, it's at Spa. You know, everyone loves Spa. Um, so I think it should be great. Also, you see Spa in a lot of other racing games as well. So a lot of drivers will have, you know, you'll see drivers with more experience on a track like Spa than they would a track like maybe Baku, which you don't see that on many other games. So apart from F1. So it means that people are gonna have a lot more experience around here. So we could see some great racing today for definite. But I'm just going to have a little look at the grid. I've got it on my phone. I couldn't memorise it too well. This is with the reserves. So we got Sergio Sobrino, and then we got in Tamas Gal reserve in the Mercedes. And for Red Bull, we've got Leroy Brown and Kamil Stachera, another reserve. Then for Ferrari, we've got Yannick Schmidt and Mark Schluter. McLaren, we've got Harvey Cohen and Philippe Sousa. Alpine, we've got Gianpietro Aggiano and Cameron Dowds. AlphaTauri, we've got Connor Muir, also known as Lefted, and um, Simon Lukomsky. Yes, sorry about that. Aston Martin, we've got Yuna Martins and Arusa Reserve and Corneda Baca. Williams, we've got JSD and Harlan Marquis. Alfa Romeo, we've got Bogdan Moldovan and Daniel Yeltsin. Haas, and we have got Ballas. No, yeah, Ballas Palmer and Andre Molnar, if I'm correct. Sorry, some of these Discord names I don't actually know, so I'm trying to figure out who it is. But yeah, we're going to have a quick look at the calendar. There we go. So, we're here for round 4. We've had Azerbaijan, which is our first of 2 sprint races this season. Our second one will be over at Saudi Arabia on March the 13th. So yeah, we're here at Belgium. Then we've got Hungary, Portugal, France, which are some nice other tracks as well. That will be obviously taking some racing round. We go to Bahrain, which is another track that's featured on most calendars. Saudi Arabia, where we have our second sprint race, which should be quite interesting. Then we have Abu Dhabi, a very controversial track with many controversial endings. Then we have Imola, no feature of Monza. This time we're going for the old school San Marino Grand Prix circuit. Then we have China. The circuit hasn't actually featured on F1 since 2020, if I'm correct. Then we have Britain, Silverstone the classic, and then we obviously finish off at Australia. Austria, which is another classic track that everyone loves. Which is quite surprising to see it last minute. So I thought it'd be more in the middle. You don't normally see Austria as an open or a close to a season. But next, look at the standings. Here we go. So Harvey Cohen, after an absolute masterclass in Baku, he won both the sprint race and the 50% feature race. And obviously giving himself a good over, I think it was 30 points, 33 points, I think is correct. So absolutely amazing from him. Puts him to the top of the standings. 4 points ahead of Yannick Schmidt. Our previous championship leader, Daniel Yeltsin, unfortunately dropped to third because he DNF'd at the castle section. He didn't have the best qualifying, but he moved himself up to fifth, but unfortunately binned it, which is a big shame for him. So he scored no points last race. And I believe he'll be looking to make he's making a return here, and he'll be looking to probably get back to the top step. Leroy Brown had an absolutely amazing race last week. He went for a bit of a different strategy. He was near the back at one point, I think, and he worked his way all to the front and ended up holding off Harvey for, I think it was quite a, well, he had to hold the gap for a while, hold some of the drivers up, then Harvey got past, and then he managed to keep second, which is absolutely amazing from him on his 22-lap old hards, I think it was, or something like that. Cameron Day's another person who's been standing out, and then obviously we go down the order further down to Lefty, who I think's one of the quickest drivers in it. It's just he's not been able to do it in a race. He's had he's had a bit of unluck here and there. Obviously, Brazil, he been on purpose because he said he got angry or something. And obviously Baku be DNF'd in the pit lane. So that's two, lots of good points lost. Then we look at the constructors, and you can see it's a bit blurry, but I'll try my best. McLaren lead on 65 points, which is 9 points ahead of Alpine with Cameron and Gianpietro. And it'd be nice to see if Gianpietro can get back up to the top today. He did really well. in Baku, unfortunately scoring no points in the first 2 rounds. And then we look down, you can see there's a bit of a battle between fourth and fifth, which is 2 points between Red Bull and Williams. And then we go all the way down. Aston Martin still scoring no points whatsoever. Corey has actually DNF'd every race, and Fionn has not started any. So they're down in 10th still. Mercedes and Ferrari on the exact same amount of points at 2. So yeah, I think it was because... so no, it was because Sergio scored in the sprint race at Baku. Sorry if I'm getting confused here. It's just I feel really ill. Right. Next up, we have the track map. Here we are. Spa, Francorchamps, if I said that right. The most iconic track, I would say, in Formula 1. It's also the longest track at just over 7 kilometres. Obviously, driving around the Ardennes Forest on eastern Belgium. We have 19 turns, and the elevation rate is absolutely mad, especially when you go up towards Eau Rouge Rayon, and then obviously down in towards Brussels. So, you know, there's lots of elevation change for the drivers here. I'm not quite sure how that affects tyres because I'm not an expert, but I would presume it would do something to the tyres or the car. But yeah, it's a really nice track. Everyone loves it. We know about Spa, so it should bring some great racing, especially through the Kemmel Straight. Obviously, you're going to turn 1 at the source. You can sometimes see a bit of overtaking there. Obviously, heading up towards Les Combes. We normally see a little bit of overtaking. Then you go through the chicane, down in towards turn 10. Sometimes we see overtaking there as well. You know, there's lots of spots where you can actually see overtake where you think, actually, really? But yeah, it happens. And then obviously, you come out of there, and then it's down to No Name. Or it's got another name now, but I forgot it. Then into Pouham, the long left-hander, which you take at absolutely flying speed. Lewis Hamilton could take that flat nearly in the 2020 Mercedes. These cars can definitely not do that. Then you come out there, then you come into the chicane at 13 to 14, which will be Campus, I think. Then into Stavelo, the right-hander. Then into Paul Lefevre. Then you charge all the way down the straight towards Blanchimont. To, the left-hander into the bus stop chicane, and that is your lap complete. So it's a very long lap, one of the longest laps on the track. Normally takes about 1 minute and 42 seconds, but with that, we're right to qualify straight away. Look at that for timing. So Josh should join us very shortly, hopefully, but we are about to get going in very, very short amount of time. Yeah, sorry again for my voice. I feel absolutely dead at the moment, but I couldn't leave everyone down, could I? So we're about to begin shortly. If anyone's in the chat, let's have a look. So we have Jack saying, Richie, hello Jack. Let's go Cameron. Yeah, Cameron should be doing quite well today. It was a bit unfortunate at Kota last week in PSGL, but it's a different track and different conditions, hopefully. And then Lucas says, go on Tamas. Yes, Tamas making his first appearance here in WOR for the PC Tier 2. He is in the Mercedes today. No, he's in 6th. Camel Statura, he's very new to WOR as well. This is his first appearance, I think. And then I think everyone else has raced here before. So we've got, there's a lot of people in here in the mix of the championship. Obviously, Yannick, Harvey, and Daniel being the main ones at the moment. But we have a car going out. Oh, it's lefted. Perfect. Let's go Buddy left as he comes out towards the track. We'll get all the different settings on. There we go. Get the telemetry on. Here we are, lefted in the AlphaTauri, just about to head out now on towards the track to get his first qualifying lap on. Lefted, I would say, is probably the quickest, if not one of the quickest on this grid, but he just can't convert it into race results and points, which is a big shame. And I think that at the end of the day, I suppose, if you can't convert your speed into any points, is there really any point being quick? That'll be very controversial to people in the chat, because I know there'll be lots of Lefted fans in here. Lefted's a bit of an OG to sim racing and WOR. Everyone loves and knows Lefted. You come, I believe, from the Xbox platform originally. And also we can see his name, SRT, which is Streamline Racing, I believe. Streamline Racing Team or something like that, which he took part in an event last week. I'll be honest, I don't even know SRT existed. But yeah, Lefted's part of them, and so was, I think it was Leroy Brown, who's actually in the Red Bull, currently in last. So yeah, maybe they'll have a bit of team orders here today if they get a bit close in the race. But we'll have to see. But yep, there we are. On board with the AlphaTauri still. It's coming through the chicane at 13 to 14. We'll go on board now as we see him go in towards turn 15 at Stavilo. And then turn 16, I know it was Paul Corner because I don't know his last name because I can't pronounce French. I'll actually go on board with the Haas of, not Andre Molnar, we'll go on board with the Haas of Ballas Palmer, who's coming in towards the chicane at 18 and 19. We'll go on board with him and see the first qualifying lap of this session. Takes it wide on the exits now, down on the power up, into 4th, up to 5th, there we go. Here's we're charging down towards turn 1, the DRS open up to when he gets to the Kemmel Straight, into turn 1 the source, brakes, a little bit deep there. Not ideal from Ballas at all. And then power up into 5th, through to 6th, now we'll be charging up towards 8th as he goes through Rouge, here we are, then into Radion, the long horrible uphill. The DRS will open very, very shortly as he charges down the Kemmel Straight. Here we are. 340, 342, 343. Nice top speed there in that Haas. In towards Lacombe chicane now. You've got to make sure you can take lots of curb. But be careful not to lose the rear because those curbs are very horrible for losing the rear on these cars. Because again, you're running low downforce around this track because of the high speed. Then the Kemmel Straight and obviously down towards Blanchemont on the bus stop chicane. In towards No Name now. Hops the curb. Nicely on the exit. Taking really nice lines here through this middle sector. In towards P1 now. Drops down to 7th. Nice and back. Early on the power, nearly full throttle. There we go. Round P1 in towards the chicane now at 13 and 14. Campus chicane, I believe it's known as, and you can see just hops the curb, gets onto the grey concrete, and now in towards Stavilo at turn 15. Back on the power, also leaving 5th. In towards turn 16. You can see you've got to dip the car a little bit into the curb there, but not too much, otherwise you'll spin. Now he's going to come to the inside line as he gets ready to tackle Blanchemont here. It'll be the first driver to set a lap. It's not looking too bad for himself up. La Source was the only real bit where he made a mistake. Here we are, in towards the bus stop chicane now at the 100-metre board. Brakes, turns in, hops the curb, hops the left curb, and then you can see just gets the car nice and straightened out as he comes up towards the line. So that's 42.1 for the banker lap here. Next we'll go on board with Leroy Brown, who's just currently coming through the exit 16. Now be charging up towards Blanchemont very, very shortly. Leroy Brown scoring 2nd in the last race here at WOR, which is at Baku. He did an amazing one. I think it was a one-stop race, medium to hard. We can see, coming into the final corner. What time does Leroy set as he comes up towards the line? Tamas Galgo's quickest with a 42.136. Leroy Brown takes that and goes faster with 42.131. Very nice there from the top two. Gianpietro goes into 4th. Just ahead of JSD, who's in 5th. He was our championship leader after the first race, but unfortunately not able to withheld that title. On board Yannick Schmidt as well, another person fighting for the championship, currently 2nd. Daniel Yeltsin, our previous championship leader, only goes 6th. Harvey Cowan, our championship leader, goes 5th. So our championship leader's not really going too quick, and then Yannick Schmidt goes 7th. So currently Leroy Brown's looking in really good position here. If the others can't get high, we're sure they will. Cameron Daves goes into 5th with a 42.2. We'll scroll a bit down now towards Conor Bagger. Simon Komsky goes quickest with a 42 flat. Very nice there. Just 500ths quicker than Leroy Brown. Conor Bagger in the... I don't think he's on a lap, is he? No, he's not. He's let off. Mark Schluter just coming through. It looks like it's going to rain, actually. Look how dark it is. He's just coming down the Kemmel Straight now. And he'll be heading... Yeah, Josh will be with me. He just had to... He said he had to do some work stuff. He should be here in 10 minutes. And he's invalidated Mark Schluter. That's his lap done and dusted for now. So that's all he could do. Sergio Sabrina currently on the lap. Just currently going down the Kemmel Straight in towards Lacombe chicane now. That's what we saw on Mercedes here in real life. It went up in the air here when he had a collision with Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton. But Sergio doesn't have to worry about that today because he's on his own out here on the track. On his flying lap, you can see there's lots of cars ahead who've let off laps or have finished their laps now, so Sergio has a lot of traffic to get through, which isn't exactly ideal, because even though the drivers should know what they're doing, doesn't mean they'll always move over in a good manner. But we'll go on board now and look how dark the track's gone. It was literally light a minute ago, now it's starting to go very, very cloudy. Hopefully we have Josh with us soon. He said he would be. I was going to give him a quick message while we can stay on board with Sergio Sabrino. You can see an Alpine there, just getting out the way very nicely. He's only got a couple of cars ahead of one of them is Aston Martin and also an AlphaTauri. Now, heading towards Blanchimont is Sergio Sabrino. That's an Alpha again at the way. And I think that Mastermind might be starting a lap, but we'll keep on board with Sergio for now as he comes in towards a bus stop chicane. Brakes nice and late into third, hops the curb on the right, hops the curb on the left. Oh, that's a McLaren. I mean, an Aston again, just a little bit in the way there. And that was Jonah Martins in the Aston Martin. Sergio Sabrino goes 6th quickest for 42.225. Jonah Martins just on his lap now, and oh, yeah, they're getting very angry with each other. Sergio knows what Jonah did. Jonah's got back for him because Sergio decided to go and have a little spin down at turn 1. So that's a bit of controversy between those two, and that's Jonah's lap done for because he went straight on basically at Rouge, ready on. We've got Andre Mona, he's on his 8th lap. Who else? Oh, actually, we've got any. No, that's Sergio Sabrino. Go on board with Barros Palmer. Currently in 4th. Really nice from him. And obviously, we've got Simon Komsky on pole provisionally at the moment with the 42 flat. Really, really nice from him. Obviously, Tamas Gal making his first appearance of reserve here for 3rd, which is really, really nice for him. And Mercedes, look how strong they're looking today, 3rd and 6th. Different to most of the weekends. Considering Sergio's time got a little bit ruined at the exit of the chicane, he still put a good time in with a 6th position, separating the two Alpines of Gianpietro Argiano and Cameron Dowds. And there we are. Oh, actually, Gianpietro's on an outlap now. He's just coming through no name at the moment. But we're going to stay on board with Ballas Palmer as he'll be starting his 2nd flying lap here around the Spa-de-Francorchamps circuit. In towards the bus stop chicane down to 3rd. As the usual procedure goes, you go really wide on the exit just so you can get the wheel straightened quicker and get more power down quicker. Charging down towards turn 1 at La Source now. Brakes just before the 50-metre board. Turns in. This time doesn't go deep, luckily. Keeps it nice and straight. Gets a really nice exit down to 5th, up to 6th. He'll be up to 8th by the time he gets to Radion. Which is, there we go. Oh, ready on now. We'll be getting the DRS very, very shortly. Here we go, DRS open, and he's now going to charge all the way down the Kemmel Straight in towards Lacombe. Let's see what speed he gets this time. It was a 3:42 last time. It's actually quicker, 3:44 into Lacombe chicane. Goes purple in that first sector, 400s up. This is looking really nice from Ballas Palmer here. This could look to put him in that top 2. And he invalidates on the exit of the chicane turn 9. Big shame for Ballas Palmer there. So that's his wrap basically ruined for now. So you're going to have to either go back into pits, get some new softs on, or go again. We're going to go with Tamas Gal, who's just currently coming in towards turn 1 to set his 2nd lap. Tamas looking really strong, currently with the 3rd position. Only needs to gain 5 thousandths to get past Leroy Brown. But we'll go on board with him now as he comes up in towards Eau Rouge, then into Radion, and he'll be having the DRS open in about 5 or 6 seconds. You can see, getting closer, DRS open, now charges all the way down the Kemmel Straight, this time into the Lacombe chicane. Let's hope he doesn't do what Ballas Palmer did, which was an invalidation. You can see it doesn't hop the curb too much, this car, and he's invalidated. So that's Tamas Gal's lap ruined. We'll go on with Simon Lekomsky, who's coming in towards turn 1 now. Currently our provisional pole sitter with a 42 flat, the only one to get into the 42 flats at the moment. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve? Can he get himself into 41s maybe? Because the track's starting to look a little bit dark. The track will be a little bit cold. I mean, you won't always have that grip that you would when it's completely clear at midday. But as he comes down towards the Kemmel Straight now, you can see he gets to about 3:43. Brakes into 5th. Hops the curb. Doesn't take as much curb as Ballas Palmer was able to do. Ballas took so much. But Simon and Tamas just taking nowhere near that much. In towards Brussels now. Down at turn 10. Exit, nice and early on the power. In towards No Name. And you can see hops the curb there. Then rides the curb on the exit. Charging towards Pouon now. Just has a little bit of a tap on the brake. More of a lift off really. Into Pouon. Keeps it flat. Basically all the way through. Back up to 8th. Now he'll shift down to 5th. When he breaks at the 50-metre board. Hops a little grey concrete over the curb. This time he'll hit the green part. Oh, and he spins it on the exit. That's Simon Compsey's lap ruined. So we'll have to go on board with Gianpietro Argiano, sorry, he's gone 2nd fastest with a 42.088, 1,000 slower than Simon Komsky. But Leroy Brown, 5,700ths up in, 57 thousandths up in that first sector. Yannick Schmidt goes quickest with a 41.949. We're going to keep on boarding Leroy. Leroy Brown has invalidated his lap. Daniel Yeltsin went 6th to the 42.151. Sergio Sobrino has invalidated. Cameron Dowd is currently down in 9th with the purple middle sector in the Alpine. Let's see, can he get quicker than his teammate who's currently in P3? He's currently charging now down towards Blanchimont with an AlphaTauri just ahead. And there's also a Mercedes and a Red Bull, but they won't have to get into his way, luckily. Cameron Dowd looking really on the quickest, one of the youngest guys in the league at 13. And he's one of the quickest. So it really shows age does not matter. Camel Statura goes quickest with a 41.9. First appearance and goes on provisional pole. Cameron Dowd goes third quickest. Quicker than his teammate who's currently down in 5th. And then we'll have a little look bit down the field. Philip Sousa is invalidated on his time. Corne de Baca is also not on a lap. But left it is. Currently coming in towards turn 10. On board him now, in towards No Name, down at turn 11, I believe, in towards P1 now. You can see all the drivers wanted to ride the curb on the exit there. And in towards P1, yet again, more of a bit of a lift, really, as he charges all the way through, keeping it flat, basically, into 8th. Now going to be charging down to 5th, 4th, actually. Oh, so he's not on a lap. Is he on a lap? Let's keep it on board. I don't know if he is. Can't really tell. Some drivers taking that line a lot different to how he is. A little bit wide there. Well, more of a deep, and he's invalidated. Jona Martins invalidated as well. Who else can really go on board? No one else is on a lap. Tamas Gal's not on a lap. Daniel Yeltsin's not on a lap. Harvey Cohen isn't. He's gone up to 9th to the 42.1. He's invalidated, actually, on his time. So Sergio Sobrino was up by a 10th in that first sector, but he's invalidated. Mark Schluter, currently 15th to the 42.4. He's invalidated. Well, he hasn't invalidated. He's just not on a lap. And that's about it, really, for everyone at the moment. We'll go on board with Camille, doing really well so far. Put himself onto that provisional pole spot in the Red Bull with a 41.917. Really, really nice performance from him so far. Yannick Schmidt, currently 2nd in the championship. Currently 2nd place in qualifying. Whereas the championship leader, Harvey Cohen, down in 9th. Which is the last place he wants to be when his rival's up in 2nd. Because this could be, you know, this time Harvey hasn't got a chance really with any sprint races to gain extra points. It's all down to the 50%. And down in 9th is not the ideal starting position because you're in the middle of all the carnage in towards the source. But yeah, no one else is going to be on a lap now, but I believe everyone will be getting to the pit lane, ready to start another lap. Be nice if you could show there's no yellow sector 3 because I want to see. Here we go, we've got 3 minutes and 45 left, so I believe most drivers will be getting ready for their final run-ins shortly. And yeah, I'm actually going to look in the chat in a minute because I've seen people typing in there. I want to see what's going on. Oh, my mic's fell out. Hang on. There we go. My mic just fell out. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, looking really good in this qualifying session. We've got obviously a full grid. Aston Martin, though, scored no points. So they're currently 17th and 20th. So they're not looking any better, are they, today? Corne with a 42.6, and then obviously Jona's not set a lap time yet at all. I think he was going to set one, but obviously he had his little kerfuffle with Sergio Sobrino down at turn 1. And I'm just trying to get in contact with Josh because I'm trying to figure out if he's joining us, which he should be. But very surprising not to see him here today. So he will be with us shortly. He's just watching something for work. But there we go. I've looked away from the screen. I've looked back, and everyone's done an outlap nearly. So this will be very interesting. And yet again, Ballas Palmer leading everyone off. His time in, obviously, in the Haas. He seemed to lead everyone off last session as well in Baku at the qualifying. Seems to always want to get out there first on an outlap. And we've got 20 drivers out. Just look at this queue here. Down at turn 10, in towards No Name. This is going to be a bit chaotic on everyone's final runs here. But we're going to switch back to Ballas Palmer, who's in 10th with a 42.199, as he'll be getting ready to begin his final lap of this session. Currently in 10th. Could definitely get himself into that top 5. He looked really strong on those first couple of runs, but obviously didn't get his second run in properly, so he's obviously dropped all the way down to 10th. There we go, the Haas on board with us now, in towards, oh, Yeah, I thought he missed the braking zone then. Goes wide on the exit, gets his foot nice and early on the power. Now charging down in towards turn 1. So Ballas will be looking probably for a top 6 or 7 maybe, if he can get if he can get it through the lap without invalidating down at turn 9. Now charging through up towards Eau Rouge and Radion. There we go, up and up even higher as he gets to DRS Open now. Charging down the Kemmel straight. We've also got lots of other drivers starting lap. We'll go and have a look down further. I believe it's Lefty who's starting his lap. Yes, he is. He's coming through Eau Rouge Radion now as we speak. And he's currently down in 19th. Hasn't set a lap time yet. Him and Jonas Martin's the only two to not set a lap time. He's just currently coming in towards the Lecom chicane now. Ballas Palmer's made it through safe and sound, I believe. And Lefty goes quickest to 29.683. Is a purple sector. There, we're going to look through him as he comes through into sector 2. Now down towards Brussels at turn 10. A very tricky place. You've got to make sure you can get it right. There you go. Long right-hander. And it's because it's off camber and it's downhill. Braking's a pain there. A real pain. And now in towards No Name. Nice and rise the curve on the exit. Now we'll be heading in towards Pouon. The long left-hander, if you don't already know. Shift into sick by accident there. I didn't think he meant to do that. But he, there we go. Keeps it nice and flat into 8th. Now we'll be charging towards Campus Chicane, 13 to 14. Rides a little concrete curb on the inside of the first corner, and then obviously rides a green on the exit of the second corner. In towards Stavelo now. Hops the curb. Let's see. Goes purple in that middle sector, 13.8. So this could be looking good for Lefty. But we'll go back to Ballas Palmer, who's currently just coming into the final corner now. 1.5 tenths up in that first middle and first sector. Let's see, where does Ballas Palmer put his Haas? Goes third. Ballas Palmer going back to Lefty now. Currently coming in towards bus stop chicane now. Oh, loses the rig completely. But will stay aboard and exhaust it completely. That's Lefty's qualified over. Starting 19th. The last thing he wants, we'll go on board with Andrei Molnar. He's invalidated. We'll go on board with Daniel Yeltsin as Tamas Gull goes third with a 42.029. Daniel Yeltsin now into the final corner. Let's see where he can put his Alfa Romeo. JSC up to 8th. And Daniel stays 10th. He's down by 3 tenths. Leroy Brown as well coming in towards the final corner. Simon Clumps goes pole by 2 tenths over Camel Statura there with this 41.6. Leroy Brown, 41.7, puts himself into second. Camel Statura is actually coming across the line. He goes quickest with a 41.669. Yannick Schmidt into the final quarter, up by 3 thousandths in that middle set. Can he take pole from Camel Statura now? Up towards the line, Yannick Schmidt doesn't improve. Well, he does improve, not enough for a position. So we'll go on board with Harvey Cohen now. Where is he? There he is. Currently in 11th. He's up by 11,000, so in that middle sector and first sector combined. And let's see what he can do. Sergio Sobrino up to 5th. But Harvey Cohen, our current championship leader. Let's see where he ended up. 4th. Harvey Cohen into that 4th position now. And my voice is absolutely dead after that. So we go. Camel Sashara takes the first spot with a 41.669. And it's an all-Polish lowdown at the front. Simon Lekomsky taking second, just 200ths off the back of Camel Thatcher. Then Leroy Brown, the second Red Bull, goes into third, followed by the current championship leader, Harvey Cohen, in 4th, and his main championship rival, Yannick Schmidt, in 5th, followed by Sergio Sobrino, Gian Pietro Ogiano, and Cameron Dowd. Tamas Gal in 9th, Ballas Palmer in 10th, and we go down. JSC, the first championship leader, in 11th. The second ever championship leader in 12th. Philip Says 13th. Corneda back up. Harlan Marquis, Mark Schluter, Bogdan Moldovan, Andrei Molnar lefted. And unfortunately, Jonas Martins didn't set a lap, but he's also got a 5-position grid penalty for obviously the thing down at the exit of the bus stop chicane. So we're getting ready to begin very, very, very shortly now. I don't think there's a restart. I don't see why there would be, because I don't think... Because obviously, Jonas started last anyway. Oh. Actually, I think there's a restart needed, because apparently there's some desync. Camel cannot see Lukomsky, and they're wrong side, which isn't ideal. So let's hope everything's sorted as we can get underway in... Well, actually, I think it could be because Camel's not loaded in, because we're still waiting for players here in this lobby session. In this lobby. I'm obviously getting started for the Belgian Grand Prix. Anyone in the chat? Let us know in the chat who you think will win the race. I'm going to go Simon Lekomsky, actually. I've been a bit harsh on him, actually, in the last few races, but I think he can do it. I'm going to go Simon. But we're just currently waiting now to hear what's going on with the player situation. Yeah, there's desync between Statura and Lekomsky. Wouldn't be ideal because they are the top two, but we're getting started. So let's hope this isn't a fake start and it actually is a real one, because this happened down at WOR Tier 1, where we had that yellow flag down at Tier 1 and full course yellow. But we're getting underway in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Here we go. We'll see the cars when they load. Oh, and there's... Sure, be good, but wait for players. Let's hope we can get started very shortly, so I'm kind of waiting for it to start. Oh, we're having a restart, everyone. So we didn't even get to the lights out. It's a restart, so we're going to be restarting the lobby. So we'll come back to my beautiful face on the commentator's intermission screen. There we go. Hello. So, yeah, restart. Not very good, is it? Unfortunately. And that's the game yet again. But what can we expect, really, with the game being so bad? But yeah, we should hopefully be getting underway in about 5 minutes. We're going to get everyone... Harvey will have to make a new lobby. And then we'll get everyone back in. We'll sort the grid out. And then we'll get underway again. Hopefully this time it all goes well. And now I've got to think of things to say. But yeah, in the chat, let us know still, who do you think will win? Because we got Stature on pole, Lekomsky in second. I'm going to say Lekomsky. I think he can do it. He's got the consistency, he's got the racecraft, and I think he can really pull out and get first. But everyone else, let us know what you think. Down in the chat. Unfortunately, I haven't got anyone to Natatu today. Sappy will be in big trouble for next week. Joshua Birch should be with us shortly. This actually buys me a little bit more time to get to us in time before we get under the lights Belgium. But, you know, we're going to have a little look back at the standings again, and you can see Harvey leading. He's currently 4th for this Grand Prix. Yannick Schmidt, 5th for this Grand Prix. He's 2nd. He's 5th. No, he's 5th for the Grand Prix. 2nd in the Championship. There we go. And obviously, the person who's starting first in this race is someone who's not even on the standings because he hasn't raced yet, which is Kamil Sashara. Then the person on the 2nd seat of the front row is Simon Klopski. He's in 7th, currently with 21 points in the AlphaTauri. So if he could get himself a win, that would, or even a PC, that would be very helpful for his championship. Could move up a couple of positions. Because obviously Jay and Daniel starting outside the top 10. Cameron's dad says camera for podium at least. Well, we'll have to see what happens. He's got the skills to do it. So he's going to wait see if he can do it in 22 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix. But back to the camera screen. There we go. So it should be interesting. I think we're going to get started shortly. And Jonah Martins can't join the lobby because it's saying he hasn't got an EA account, which isn't exactly ideal. But Harvey's in a lobby now. We'll try and load in. Joining session. I think it's going good. But it's not load. There we go. I'm in. So we've got 16 drivers in at the moment, so nearly everyone in. Once all 20 are in, we'll be able to get the grid sorted out for the race. Then once that's happened, we'll get underway. And hopefully, it should be a great race. You know, it's a dry race at Belgium. Belgium always delivers great racing. You know, anywhere you go, no matter what championship you watch, there'll always be great racing here at Belgium. So, you know, I think we can definitely see lots of battling. You could probably see a little bit of unfair driving, to say the least. Because, yet again, this track can be a bit of a evil track if you have a spin or if you have a bit of a battle with someone. Lucas says Camel for the W. We have to see. I'm going to guess Simon. So it's Camille versus Simon 1-1 at the moment. Anyone else wants to care to put their thought in, let us know. And yet again, I'm sorry for sounding so enthusiastic, but I feel really ill right now. And I'm trying my best to actually commentate here. I want Josh by my side so I can have a break because my voice is absolutely dying right now. Yeah, I've had a cold for like 3 days. I thought it'll be gone by Monday, surely, because I got it like Thursday. No, it stayed around, but it'll be gone tomorrow now because I ain't got any content until no, I haven't got any content until next Monday because the other league PSL has ended for now, so it's going to be a long week without commentary, which is a big shame. But just run ads. I don't know how to be honest. I don't look at it. I don't even know if I'm allowed to either. I don't know what the rules are about it. Otherwise, I would. So I don't see. I probably are allowed, but if I do and I get in trouble, then it's not ideal. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, there's not really much to speak about, is there? Hopefully, we'll be getting underway soon. I still feel bad for Crofty when he has to look at when he has 3-hour red flags at the Belgian Grand Prix in 2021. How he did that, I don't know, because I've been here 3 minutes and I'm already figured lost things to say. Barry Crump says Cameron number 1. So we got 2 people in here about Cameron. Got Cameron for podium from Cameron's done. Then Barry says Cameron number 1. So people are very, very confident for Cameron's performance today, which could be optimistic. Could also be unoptimistic because he could be very, he could be. I know he was very quick here at PSGL. So we'll have to see. Could be a possible podium. Could be a possible win. Just got to see what happens during the course of the race. Obviously, Harvey and Yannick will be wanting to fight, but they won't want to take it too seriously. Obviously, they're fighting for the championship. I know there's other people in the mix, but I mean, they're the top 2. And they're 4 points apart. If they fight too hard and take each other out, or lose time to the drivers in front, waste tyre wear, that's not what they want. Because if they do that, then they're gonna miss out on good points, which is the top 2 you don't want to do. Shane Butler says lefted for the win. So we got a vote for Cameron, a vote for Camille, a vote for Simon from me, and then obviously a vote for lefted. So the 4 people in the vote. I don't actually know where lefted starts. I'm pretty sure lefted was starting last, if I'm correct. He's starting 19th because he spun on the final corner. So 19th to 1st, optimistic but possible. It's all possible. Lucas Blakely did it in PSGL. Started last at Bahrain and won Bahrain. Sergio Perez did it at Bahrain in real life. Ended up last after lap 1. Got all his way up to the win in the racing point by the end of the race, ignoring that the fact Mercedes most probably purposely gave Russell the wrong tyres. But yeah, that's not to be talked about because I know it'll cause controversy here in the chat. And yeah, we should be getting started soon. We got everyone in now, so I believe it will now be down to Harvey to just sorting out the lobby, sorting out who starts where, and then we'll be getting underway for the race. But yeah, so whoever decided that these servers didn't want to work, you are going to have the death penalty after this because my throat is absolutely dead. We haven't even started the race. We've got 22 laps of Spa to go with a broken voice. And that's just not going to go well. Unfortunately, Joshua Birch decided to leave me on hold, so he's not joining as of yet. He said he'll be here soon, 10 minutes max. So hopefully he'll be here very shortly. And actually, we've got 5 people ready up now, so everyone's getting ready to just click them and be like, "Come on, just get us going." Ready for the Grand Prix, which should begin in I'll say 2 minutes and it'll start. We'll say 2 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, anything else in the chat from anyone? Let us know. Anything to talk about? Any drivers you think could do well? Any drivers you think could do bad? What do you think? And also, actually, got an idea. What do you think of the Williams livery? Because in my eyes, I really like it. It's my favourite of the 3 so far. I'll probably say my favourite's the Williams. Second is the Haas, and the third is the Red Bull. And that's not because the Red Bull looks bad. It's just it doesn't have much change, and I don't think that's a bad thing because the Red Bull does look really good in my opinion. Not biased the fact that I'm a Max fan. I'm just going to hide the Max name on my shirt. But yeah, I think the Red Bull just looks the same every time, which is a bit boring. The Haas looks nice to be a bit different. It looks a bit more sleek, but still some of the colours are a bit off. Some of the patterns. And obviously the Williams I would think is my favourite so far. First of all, I love the Duracell thing on the top by where the halo connects. Like I don't know what it's called. That bit there that goes above the halo or whatever. I love that. And then the matte finish is a lot nicer than it was last year. with the blue, and the black looks a bit nice. And obviously you got less red because I wasn't killing the red, but you still got a little bit there. So I think that's really nice livery, and I think it's going to be one of my favourites for the season. But we're just going to hope we actually see it race and not see it then in 20th, all apart from when Alex Albon decides to somehow give it a Red Bull powertrain like he did at Belgium when it absolutely flew down the straight. I think Latifi and Albon were saying purple first sectors in that Williams because it was mad down the straight. But then in the corners, it didn't want to exist, which was good for Albon because it means he could pull away in the Camel straight without DRS. And then through the corners, he's like, well, you can just sit behind me. I'll just make the car a boat, and you're going to try and get past. Because it's very difficult to force a car into a move when you're going through the middle sector in Spa. Sorry for the cough. I presumed he was going in 2 minutes, but it doesn't look like it, does it? I'm still waiting. And I'm dying even more. So I hope I'll get compensation after this. And people in the chat type, let's have a look what's going on here. Pick car. Can someone invite Joshua Birch? Joshua Birch is here. Josh? Waiting for him. Can't hear you, Josh.
Maybe if I turn my mic up, that might do it.
That scared me. Yeah. Welcome, Josh. Here we are.
Hello. I hear there's a new lobby, so technically I haven't missed anything.
You've missed nothing. We didn't even get to seeing the cars getting ready to go lights out.
Really? Oh, that's even better.
So you're coming straight in.
Am I on camera? Am I here? Hello, everybody.
Let's get you on camera very shortly, but you'll have to end up going under the name of Sappy for today on the camera. So
that's okay. I do apologise, everybody, for being so late. I got held up at a Formula E podcast that I was doing, and we were talking too much about the double interior, and then previewing as well. So because it was a live one as well, we couldn't exactly get out. It overran, but I'm so glad that I haven't missed a race. That's even better.
Yeah, I actually was kind of glad for a restock. So I went, oh wait, Josh will get here just in time, and you did get here just in time. Are you in the lobby?
I am just about getting in if my computer decides to want me in.
Also, Josh,
yes.
I'll notice you're a bit like me. You've got a cold at the moment, haven't you?
Slightly, yes. And I've had to be in the garage, which is the commentary box, for about an hour and a half, and the heater's bust. Wow. So it is incredibly cold. I've had a cup of tea, so I'm very much warm. But yeah. So I'm nearly in. I'm going to join you as soon as everything loads up. So I'll be ready for the race start. And I'm running around like a headless chicken at the moment as well. Or I must say, if you're a vegan, I'm running around like a headless tofu. I must say that as well. So just getting in.
You need to try and get in because we're starting in 23 seconds.
Oh, where are you, Richie? There you are, Richie.
You should have the invite.
Yeah, joining game. And now, I'm getting in. Hey! I'll tell you what, guy. Oh, it's not going to put me on it as a driver, is it? With 20 seconds to go.
Make sure you click the F2 button so it puts you on spectator. But qualifying.
On yeah.
Have you got Camel Satcher on pole? Followed by Simon Lekomsky. Harvey Cohen's in 4th. 3rd, I don't actually remember. I feel bad for saying that. 5th, well, obviously Harvey Cohen's in the championship. I don't know if you know. 55 points to 51 over Yannick Schmidt. Yannick's in 5th currently on the grid. So it's going to be a good fight for the top 2, starting 4th and 5th. And the best part about the top 2 is they're both Polish. So we've got a Polish front row lockout.
Fantastic. That's brilliant coming into it as well. So fingers crossed we're going to have a great one. I'm frantically getting ready to press F2. So there we go. Oh, I just got it. Hey!
Right. Bogdan hasn't picked his car.
Oh,
he's picked it now. We picked it on the 1 second before. But
it's a night for getting in late, isn't it?
It is. It's been a whole riffraff tonight, getting everything sorted so quickly to get everyone in. And we're now going to get started, hopefully this time.
Fantastic. Well, hello, everybody. Nice to hear from everybody. Nice to see everybody. Look, I'm having to do lead work.
Oh, wait, yeah, 3rd, Leroy Brown. And me and you know Leroy Brown very, very well, don't we?
Yes, we do. We've commentated on a lot together. So you're in for an entertainment, everybody, tonight. We actually bounce off each other quite well in the commentary box.
Well, Not to boast each other, but we do a pretty good job.
We do. I always enjoy working with you. Are we in the lobby?
Yes, we are, but we're waiting for players.
I was going to say, because I've currently got no sound coming
Oh,
from my...
There we go. We're getting started. 25 seconds. It'll be here for lights out at the Belgium Grand Prix. You can actually see the camera just scrolling across the top of the screen there, which I believe is a pit lane camera, I think. There you go.
Oh,
going into
fantastic.
distance. There we go.
I'm not even in the lobby. Why can't I get in the... I'm in the lobby, but I can't see the action. I'm stuck on the loading screen.
Oh, you might just need to get in because it says we're waiting for players.
Oh,
But
I'm in. I'm
we
in.
have
I can see it all, but...
1 second, 0 seconds. And now we're going to be looking at the cars very, very shortly as we wait for players still. This is the issue we had last time. And that's why we had to restart. But fingers crossed we get underway this time, guys.
Well, fingers crossed.
Oh, there we go. So we've got the Red Bull on pole. And the AlphaTauri in second. And we have 5 lights. And it is... Oh. I've been kicked out the lobby.
And that is an anticlimax, ladies and gentlemen.
So it was lights out the way we know.
And I think it's affecting several people as well, looking at it as well, because yeah. Well, this is a glitch that does happen every now and then. And oh, that's a disappointment. Lobby has been updated, we're being told. I've just seen on my screen.
Is it broke for everyone else as well, or just me?
I think it is broke for everybody else. I'm not seeing anything on anybody else at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Well, this is one of those nights where you just want to sort of crawl and yeah.
Right, I'll try and get back into Harvey. Join game. Try and join through Harvey if possible, Josh.
I have Harvey. Where is he?
Right, we're joining session. We're connected. Let's join the session. We're loading in. So we missed the start, but hopefully it went well. I'm going to keep the chat open in Discord just in case we do have a restart. Yono says, what a start, I'm in tears. So, Josh has just left the session. Spectator mode, here we go. And we've got a safety car already.
Unless multiple people have had accidents.
We've got a full course yellow. So we've got Camel Sasha with a penalty. Let's have a look what type of penalty it was. How do I see penalties? Here we go. So we have Camel Sasha with a drive-through penalty. The pole sitter has got a drive-through, jump in the start. Yeah, Camel says this game is beep. Leroy Brown up to second, just 2 seconds behind Camel Sasha. We've got Lekomsky in third. In fourth, Cameron Downs in fifth, Tamascal in sixth. Yeltsin moved up to seventh, started 12th.
Well, I'm getting in the lobby again myself, Richie, but that does sound like a jump start. And if we've had a couple of cars out, it's a crash then at the source.
Yeah, and he's in.
He missed like 20 seconds.
In the pits, Camel Satcher now, serving his penalty. We've also got Simon Komsky in the pits. Person who started second, Tamascal, Corridor Backer in the pits as well. So Leroy Brown leads from Harvey Cohen. And last week at Baku, it was Leroy Brown leading from Harvey Cohen in the last couple of laps with Cameron Downs in third on his old tyres.
All starting again then as well as the back to green. And everyone, 12 down in the pits as well, Richie.
No,
but
not back to green. We've got the safety car. Full safety car.
Full. Oh, I haven't got that message.
Hang on. We've got desync again. Comes to Camel Satcher.
Yeah, I was wondering because I haven't got the message on the board saying a safety car. So Leroy Brown by 0.5 of a second, Richie.
Camel started late on the throttle, but he got a drive-through.
So it's the desync.
Yep, and then there was a safety car. And a lot of people pitting onto mediums there at the bottom. So either they're going to go for a medium hard track or they're going to pit back onto the hards and take them to the end, which would be stupid, but we'll see. But yep, Leroy Brown leads by Harvey and Cameron. And we've actually, look at the top 6. Leroy, Harvey, Cameron, Daniel, Harman and Bogdan. We've commentated over those guys a lot, haven't we?
I was just thinking that's quite a nice little thing. Yeah,
reminds me, PSLF full season 31.
Yeah, they were always at the top, weren't they, as well? And I see Leroy topping this. And you do wonder as well, when you look at 2 different leagues, why are they good in one and not the other?
well, I won't say Leroy's bad in any of them, but there's definitely some drivers that don't always perform too well
Yeah.
in the leagues.
I'm not saying Leroy's bad in either of them. I'm just saying you do see the differences between them as well.
Definitely.
But Leroy, when we were commentating on him on PSGL, we saw the difference because he lost connection to his PC for a couple of months, whereas we're just at the start of the season here for WOR. So
he's definitely in for the championship, surely.
Yeah.
He was at Baku. I don't know if you saw the stream, but he was he went for a medium hard. He pitted on the hards, lap 4. So he went to the end, all the way to the end. It was 20 lap old hards around Baku, and he finished second. Harvey pitted and caught up to him, got past, and he come up second. Leroy Brown did. It was an absolute masterclass. It reminded me a bit of France 2021 with Hamilton and Max.
What a race that was!
Amazing. So we'll see if Leroy's going to have any tricks up his sleeve today. Obviously, Harvey, championship leader, got the sprint and the 50% win in Baku last week, so he put himself right to the top of the standings, 4 points ahead of Yannick, who's down in 19th. He pitted. And he's also got a penalty. And Camel's... Wait, did they both get drive-throughs?
Well,
no, just a 5-second for Yannick. Oh, we got, people pitting on back onto the hards, I believe.
Yeah, everyone's coming in. Mediums changed to hards.
Either that or there's desync. But we'll see.
Well, if there is desync, I presume there'll be another red flag to try and adjust it.
So we've got Gianpietro onto new mediums. We've got Tamas onto new hards. Yannick onto new mediums. Sergio onto new hards. And that's it for the guys who pitted the bottom 5. Yannick's gone for a bit of a bold strategy considering he's second in the championship. He's raced all the way back down to the bottom on mediums. So obviously he'll be needed to pit again. Cameron Dow's actually, Cameron's dad said in the chat, Cameron for a podium.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Third.
Good spot.
And I believe he started a little bit further down. Yes, he did. He started in 8th. No, 7th, sorry. So, pretty good start from Cameron. Also, a really good start from Yeltsin, who started down in 12th. Going up to 4th.
So, everyone's been pushing hard at this start then.
And I'd say
2022.
The person who's done the best is none other than Bogdan Moldovan. Started 18th. Now up into 6th. Wow. So he had a very good start.
Places. Oh, look at Yona Martin's up 11 too, actually, in P9.
And Harlem's moved up 10. So those obviously decided to stay here to not pit. But you never know. Maybe the strategy that they're doing is the right one. Maybe the people who pitted early ruined it.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it's unfortunate, but why does the safety car sound better than the F1 cars in this game?
I know what you mean. It's the little room.
It's like the thing is, it's not these F1 cars saying bad at all. It's just in the game they don't seem too realistic, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of an error. We know that we're stuck in the F1 23 cycle as well, with pretty much the same game, just refined a little bit. But F1 24 is going to be great.
Josh, Binners, we didn't actually get started. I'll give you the restart.
Oh no, you, my friend. You're the lead. You're the lead here. This is your domain at WR. I must insist, my friend, for you to take them. I must.
Well, we got Leroy Brown here for the first start. We missed the first one, but we're here for the second one. We'll just class this as lap 1, rolling start here for the Belgian Grand Prix. Leroy Brown on pole, Harvey in second, Cameron in third. As we get underway, all snaking around. When does Leroy decide to go? Have a quick sip because this will be intense.
This is going to be coming out the bus stop, surely, to push it. Look at this, Harvey's coming through. This is going to be fun.
It is. But Leroy, when's he gonna go for it? When's he gonna put his foot down and go? He's leaving it into the chicane. He's not gonna go forward just yet. I think he's gonna go for it out the chicane. Let's have a look. Leroy Brown. Does he go? He's gone. Leroy Brown is off. Takes the lead. And actually stretches the gap out to 3. Ooh, he's gaining a little bit. Harvey is there, gained a 10th under that safety car restart. No one else making any moves. Will actually go down. Oh, look at that. Harvey's gaining lots now. On the back of Leroy Brown, 2.5 tenths is the gap. And it's extending as they come through up towards Eau Rouge Radion. No battles any actually further down. We'll go on board with some of the guys at the back. We'll go on board with Philip Saucer, who's actually on the back of Corner de Baca now, coming through Eau Rouge. Hopefully we could see a bit of battle in between us. But actually, back to the top. Harvey's gaining on Leroy. But is he going to make a move?
Close. Oh, he's going to look into Lecomte. Well, he thought about it, but he's happy to stay right behind at the moment as well.
Lecomte's gate.
Good restart.
On the back of Camel Satcher now. The 2 poles sit, the 2 on the front row. Currently 12th and 13th. Camel with a penalty. It'll be his drive-through. He has to serve. But Lecomte gets past him on the entrance to Lecomte. We've also got Corner to back up the inside.
Whoa!
Sends Camel off there. Bit optimistic from Cornet there. Camel now down to 16th. And that's gone up to 13th. Philip saves that. He's on the mediums. He'll be charging with Cornet after the hard runners who were just ahead. JSD up into 11th, started 11th as well, so he's not really gained or lost anything.
Yeah, just a little punt off at the exit of Malmedy as well, coming into Rivage. Not going to do a lot of good there for morale, but Leroy Brown, excellent restart. Harvey, I think, was sticking with him, wasn't he? Got the run out of the Vlasdals all the way up through Arouge and Radion, down the Camel straight towards the Calm, but he just couldn't make the move. So it was a clever tactic for Leroy to try and minimise the toe speed.
Yep, definitely. And just keep Harvey behind, because yes, I was going to do DRS, but it means he hasn't really got to worry about Harvey attacking him. That is Yannick Schmidt getting through on Ballas Palmer, up into 18th now. We've also got Ogiano on the back of Camel Saturat.
Oh!
Was side by side into the bus stop chicane there. And that's Jean-Pierre up to 16th as Camel pits. That also puts Yannick and Ballas and Sergio up a place as well. So now it's a charge for the guys on the mediums. That'll be Philip, Cornet, Gianpietro and Yannick Sweet. We've got 3 wide here coming out of turn 1. It was Simon, Philip and Cornet, I think, there. Just coming out of turn 1, 3 wide. And they're charging up Rouge Radion. Luckily not 3 wide this time, although that would have been very, very dangerous. But look at Philip. Look all that speed he's got on Cornet now. Just coming in through the Camel straight. We've also got Tamas Gall on the back of Simon Komsky as well. This is going to get interesting between these guys near the back. And the thing is, they're on mediums. They're a lot quicker than the hard guys, so they can just push after and try and force some moves. But the issue is, if you can't get through, you're going to lose lots of time on those mediums.
Yeah, I'm very surprised as well that we're not seeing many overtakes on these restarts. Everyone just sort of playing the Simon Says to overtake, aren't they, as well? Yeah. And they just want to get through. Make the progression. We've got, what, 4 cars on the mediums? Use that to your advantage. Go through. Why can't Tabaka as well? Felipe Sousa going through. They can get up there. They should be making the progression. The field is still all within a second of each other, apart from as well Camel, who came into the pit lane to get rid of that drive-through penalty he had.
Yeah, I'm on board with Yannick Schmidt currently. He's really on the back of Argiano, just can't get through. So I could see him being able to just charge through the field very shortly, but the people he's got in front of him are making it a little bit harder. But we'll keep on board with him for now, in case he's going to try and make a move also. Gianpietro's going to look at a move on Tamas Gall, going through Blanchimont.
Oh, that's going to be a brave manoeuvre through Blanchimont as well.
Oh, goes up the inside, in towards the bus stop chicane. Tamas Gall actually lets him through, I think, at that point. Tamas Gall,
I've got to admit.
Nearly hits him.
Yeah, a little bit of a nose tap, but I must admit, a round of applause, because that was a beautiful manoeuvre. Slingshotted through Blanchimont, and now we've got more side-by-side action on the inside and towards La Source.
Yep, that's Cornet on JSD. Oh,
little touch.
Slide there.
Oh, 2 big slides. That's a big one to keep.
It is. We've also got, Jay's on the back of Cornet. We've also got Philip getting involved. Let's see, can Philip get through? We've got the DRS now. Philip's got a little bit more speed because he's got more grip going through those corners there. The 3 of them have got DRS.
Yeah, this is going to work out. They're all going to have to either break the toes between each other or someone's going to go over the top of the other. So the Mercedes and Felipe Sousa have got to really hold it back.
Yannick Schmidt going off there, down at the Lake Comet chicane. Bit similar to the line Lewis Hamilton took at the 2022 Belgian Grand Prix.
I hope he doesn't damage his back because of that, like Hamilton did as well.
Yeah, that was something, definitely.
Don't know how Lewis didn't have a broken back after that as well. That was unbelievable.
I didn't think broken, but I'd say I'm very surprised he was practically fine, wasn't he?
Yeah, he walked back from all the way from Blanchimont.
I don't think he would have been able to continue the race, even if the car was fine, because that would have been a lot of strain on his back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Also, I just looked. I know you can't see the commentary box, Cameron. It wouldn't show it anyway, but I can see my breath. It's that cold in the commentary box.
Well, so ideal, is it that?
No.
I'm sure all this commentary will warm you up. JSC, the 3-second time penalty. But Yannick Schmidt on the back gets past Simon Komsky there around the up the inside just before Blanchimont there. Really, really nice. And Philip on the back of JSD.
Now, come on. What we're going to see from Philip? No, not going to do anything here. Felipe, come on. Get that. Use that McLaren on the medium compound tyre. And I don't understand why he's not making the moves. It's really bugging me. Yannick Schmidt then with a 146.268, fast up of the race so far.
I'll be honest. JSC was the championship leader in the first round. Won in, where must we know? Brazil. That was it. Yep, he won there after a dramatic final lap. So he's one of the quicker drivers here. And I don't think, I think Phillips not one of the slower ones, but he's not normally up with the top guys. So I think that could be an issue as well. Yoda Martin's getting to an Andre Molnar down towards
and Harvey's lead. Harvey's taken the lead on the inside into the Lecoms. He's got ahead of Leroy. So Harvey Cohen in the McLaren is dominating this race now.
And the thing is, if Harvey knows he's quicker than Leroy, he's going to want to take the lead and try and get that 1 second. Look, he's nearly 5 tenths ahead already.
Yeah.
4.4 tenths. Daniel Yeltsin, just on the brink of that DRS, took the back of Cameron Dowd. So at the front, Daniel's going to start breaking those top 3 away, meaning Harlan and Bogdan can't benefit from it.
Yeah, and he's using very minimal ERS power as well. So it wasn't like he was on the ERS power coming out of the overtake. He didn't use it. He didn't activate it. He's in fact saving energy now at 58%. So that was a genuinely good overtake. I presume it started from a Rouge, and he just carried the momentum down the straight to get through. So well done for Harvey.
Cameron's on 17% battery, Leroy on 63, and Harvey Cohen on 54. But we're just going to stay on. We're just going to stick with Leroy now because I want to see, is Leroy going to be wanting to get back past Harvey Cohen?
That's got to. Oh, look how much speed he's taking to the bus stop! My goodness me, he barely even braked. He got like 3 tenths under braking alone. Fantastic.
Yep, and look, Cameron's now 7.5 tenths back, so this isn't ideal for Cameron. He's going to start burning more energy.
He went too far there, missed the apex by a country mile from Leroy. He didn't see on the camera angle that Richie had, but on my one, we had the inside angle, and he missed the apex by miles. He's carrying way too much speed. But
look at this now. Leroy's gaining. Does he want to get back through on Harvey? DRS open, not burning any battery, and I think he's going to go for it. Up the inside into Lecom.
That's
Leroy
a nice one.
Back into the lead. Harvey Cohen in second. But look at Harvey, look how close he's to the back of Leroy now. Coming through on the exit, down in towards turn 9 or turn 10, I believe, Brussels. Pietro Aguiardo with a penalty, currently down 13th, so he'll end up near enough last with that penalty. Yannick Schmidt, however, look at that, he's gaining a lot on Philip Say, so we've got a little battle between these guys, 13th and below. Yannick's, you can see how much he's quicker than he is with the other guys, because he's like, let me through on quicker, but he just can't get it done.
Do you know one thing that has reminded me? We should actually use the see how quick the Belgian Grand Prix sprint race is going to be by doing a sprint here. I mean, that's what I do like about WOR, that we had a sprint race last weekend in Baku. That was an interesting format. We don't usually see that in esports as well. But that was entertaining to watch the points battle change. But just looking at Leroy Brown as well, I know we're following the battle for 10th at the moment, so we won't cut away. I'm just saying, that Red Bull is not looking the best setup, is it, Richard? It's struggling a lot through the corners as Corey Tobacco's going to go side by side to make the move from 9th position against Andre Molnar.
Yeah, I think the thing is with this track, normally you will have cars that are a little bit less stable in the corners, just because that's the nature of the track with the setups. Oh, and that's left it up into 10th over Andre Molnar there. That was really nice. And Yannick up into 14th.
Sus is fighting him back actually as well, so they're having a ding-dong at the last corner.
Yep. And it'll be Yannick going round the outside into turn 1. Oh, look how late he brakes there.
Oh, my word. And further ahead as well, Jay Estre and Andre Molnar in a battle. Left is staying with 10th position, but the McLaren Ferrari making contact wheel to wheel down the straight, and they're side by side coming through a Rouge. As I was on board with Felipe, and now actually we've got Yannick Smith down to 16th place. Let the AlphaTauri through.
That's Harvey back up into first, but looking at someone comes getting past Philip Sauter now. And also, that's Yannick Schmidt going for a go. Look how late he broke there into Lecom. Broke really late. Obviously still stuck down in 16th, but he wants to get through on Philip, which is, a big snap down the exit of that corner there, turn 9.
Lemansky as well, brilliantly timed that perfectly. Saw them two battling, and the AlphaTauri up to 14th position. Harvey's taking the lead again with the DRS. That's going to be a twofer throughout the entire race with that DRS power. But those are the medium compound tyres, I think, Richie, now starting to struggle. They've gone past their peak already. It's a high abrasive circuit, and 7 laps on them. As they're now starting to go, and they die quicker than the hard compound tyres do.
The thing is, as well, because of it being a long track, if you used to go somewhere like Brazil, these mediums would be about 10 laps old by now. It's a very long circuit. So that's one of the issues. Yeah. And obviously it's only quite hot here as well, which is also not good for the tyres.
Yeah, 7.004 kilometers as well as the longest track on the F1 calendar. It's why it's 44 laps normal, 50% 22 laps, and we're already approaching halfway. Ferrari standing on the inside. Wow, that was so late from Yannick. Felipe just about gets it through, but he's taken the wrong line coming through the bus stop. And now look at Yannick. He'll have to run in with the DRS into La Source. Will he go for him on the inside? Does! Dive bombs!
Oh!
Bang, 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 and round goes the Ferrari.
Yep, that was reminds me of the Floris Wise type moves there into turn 1. Completely broke too late, missed the braking zone. Nearly hit the back of the AlphaTauri, hit Felipe, and just went round. I'd say that's more of... That's Bogdan and Jonathan. But yeah, that's definitely his own fault, isn't it, for Yannick?
Yeah, definitely. It's too hot. Yeah, too hot on the inside. Leroy's taken the lead again. It was just a normal DRS pass as well. So it was they're playing with each other at the moment as well. The real action is what we're showing on the TV pictures. The battles for the lower positions as well that matter for the points.
On board with Bogdan Moldovan, who's currently got Corne de Backer behind him, and he's got Jona Martins ahead. Jona's nearly out the DRS. Well, he's out the DRS now to Mark Schluter, and Mark Schluter's also out the DRS to Harlan Marquis. So this is an ideal. And this isn't ideal for Bogdan because he's lost a couple of positions here, which is not what he wants.
Bogdan down into 8th position, but is on the hard compound tyre. They are going to be due a pit stop soon as well. I'm surprised they've gone 10 laps, to be fair, on the hards. I thought they might want to change it to the medium strategy.
The hards normally go a little bit longer. I think they're about 14 laps normally, something like that. So we'll probably see people pitting around 3 or 4 laps time. I'm not quite sure on the pit strategies here. But yeah, it'll be a few laps time. 60. On the back of Bogdan Moldovan, nearly bump drafting that back of that Alfa Romeo. It was coming towards bus stop chicane. Bogdan parking that car right in the middle of the track. Cornet finds a gap to get through, and that's Leroy Brown pitting.
That's an interesting call. So he's done with the hard tyres. He'll go to medium. Oh, yeah, I'll have to go mediums. That's going to take it. Half the race on mediums. It's doable, but not the strategy I would have done.
Corner to back up on Bogdan Moldovan still, and his mediums have got a little bit less grip now than Bogdan's, which is an ideal, and it'll be where now? Cornet will be either... I don't know if Cornet started... I don't remember if Cornet started on the hards, because if he did, he can pit onto a new set of mediums.
9 lap on mediums, so he did start on the hards. He can go on to medium again, Come on, down the straight, inside line, easily done. Late on the brakes, that's pushing it, Rich. He's not going to do it. He lost time. Look, the mediums they're dead. They've hit the cliff.
And he's got hardly any DRS there. ERS coming into the lake of Chicane, he had 0%. So it was like, just come on, push me a little bit further, but it wasn't enough to get through on Bogdan. But the issue is, having to battle, it doesn't help Bogdan either, because he's going to start losing time to the people ahead. Because look, he's nearly a 10th behind Jona now. A lap ago, he was just 4 or 5 tenths behind.
Yeah, so again, it's constantly changing. That's what we do love about Spa. We always get good races here.
We do.
As we've seen in the past. In our commentaries together, Richie. So I'm really excited to see what this one is going to play out to be. But Cameron Downs, 2nd at the moment. If he gets a good pit stop, if he tries the undercut...
Could work.
That could be... Yeah, that could work. So I would... lap 13 now, I'm thinking could be a pit stop, so I would pit lap 12 for Cameron.
Could be. We'll have to see when Harvey pits. So also, we've got people side by side there. That's Jona and Mark going side by side through Blanchimon. Jona up the inside. Mark still keeping there. Oh, no, in contact. I thought that was nearly going to be a big spin for both, but Jona pits. Mark stays out. And Cameron Dow's fastest lap. Harvey's pitted. Let's see where Harvey comes out compared to Leroy Brown.
I think there's damage on Jona Martins at the moment as well. Coming to the pit lane, he was a bit struggling. So if they change the wing, I'll let you know. Oh, unsafe release there with the McLaren. No, they're not changing the wing, so it's all okay there.
Leroy Brown into turn 1. Harvey Cohen into turn 1. This will be interesting. Does Leroy get the advantage and take the lead? Harvey,
look.
He gets a massive advantage.
Oh, brilliant. Look at that. So
Leroy
the undercut
Brown,
is powerful.
Leading by 9 tenths now. It's the advantage he wanted. And Harvey's going to have slower tyres, but he's got the DRS, which is key.
Yeah, this is going to be very entertaining now as to what we're going to see. We're seeing the battles in the mid-pack as well from 5, 6, 7, 8. But Cameron's got to pit now and hope he gets out ahead. He really does, because now's the time. This lap pit.
If he leaves it any later, he could be at pressure of Daniel Yeltsin.
Yeah, this is going to be an opportunity to fly. Has Cameron won in WOR?
No, he hasn't.
Oh. Okay, if we see Cameron's first win outside of PSGL in WR, that's fantastic.
That'll be his first win, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me of that, Richie, that I don't accidentally say a second victory by the time we get back to PSG. Otherwise, that could be... they'll be thinking, what? And all the WOR watchers who joined us there will be saying, oh, yeah, because he won in Belgium.
Well.
How do you keep it straight in your head?
I don't know. I don't know. I question that to myself every single day, but here we are. But, we got Andre Molnar. Look at here on the back of Cornet de Baca going around the outside. Oh no, breaks later. Tricks Cornet. Yeah. Cameron Pitt. Harlem Pitt. We'll go on board with Harvey and Leroy now just to see where they come out compared to Cameron. Oh,
interesting. Who didn't pit? Lefted stays out. So does Petro. And Jay Estre stays out. Andre Molnar as well still goes through. Louis Brown now crosses the line. Where, oh, where is Cameron?
Way behind.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Wow.
Really not good for Cameron at all, that isn't, is it? Comes out behind Daniel Yeltsin.
Oh, that's a bad pit stop there.
So now down to 4th.
Back.
Yeah, not ideal at all for Cameron Dowds. Samuel Komsky and Andre Molnar fighting as well for 4th.
Yeah. How quick are those new tyres, though, to do that? They were on it from lap 1.
They were.
Sabrino. Sabrino. Oh.
With a 3-second. Not ideal at all.
And now it's passing de Baca once again.
Lefted.
Oh, lefted.
Oh, spin
yellows.
Up. It's going de Baca.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
That's disappointing. Because he was just in a battle with Yannick, so presumably they must have had a coming together.
Could have been. But I'm on the back of Sergio Sabrino. He's on the back of Andre Molnar now.
Yellow again.
Is that another yellow? Who's that?
That was at Lecom. No one's there.
Oh, well. That was...
I tell you what, I'm going to have a look at Corey de Baca to see if he's got all his limbs. Yes, he does. So there's no wing that needed to be there. That's weird.
That is an odd one.
Phantom yellow. Okay.
But look at Sergio Sabrino gaining lots and lots on Andre Molnar now. Coming into a bunch of them on. He's going to start burning a bit more because he's going to go around the outside in towards a bus stop chicane, which he does. Breaks later. Keeps it in.
Whoa!
You can see Andre wasn't backing out. Oh!
Oh, that's why!
That was interesting, but a bit of contact between those two.
I say it every time we're at Belgium. I hate the pit entrance here. I hate it. It's so unnecessary. But they can't move it out because there is literally right next to it. There's a big drop, so they can't build out.
Yeah.
But they should change the approach to the pit lane because it's ridiculous. Like, why can't we have it as a run? Or, you know, as we come into the bus stop, why does it have to be there as a split off? Why can't it be as you exit Blanchimont on the grass, just take it from there into the pit lane, like in the old days with Spa? Have a straight run into the pit lane instead. Because otherwise, you get those type of accidents. It happens in IRL races as well.
That's Harlem and Camille coming together down at Laycom. Camille took a bit of a... Oh, no. Oh, there we go. That's also Yoda Martin's going through.
Oh, hello. Yeah, around the outside. Hello. The Aston's getting a little bit of a manoeuvre going through. Nicely done.
Remind me a bit of what Fernando Alonso will be doing when he gets into the wheel of the 5-second penalty for cutting corner, gain 1 place.
Ah, well, that we saw that, so we can't displace that. Yeah. Although, would he argue post-race, I was forced off the track? There?
No, because he just did what Lewis Hamilton did at Abu Dhabi 21.
Straight lined it, yeah.
Yeah, didn't even bother.
I must admit, though, Richie, my sister Megan, who you know Richie, does the commentary with me on watch-alongs for F1. She's very excited to see Alonso and Aston Martin.
Who isn't?
Yeah, it's a good strong lineup.
She'll definitely like me after I say I still think Alonso will get that Aston Martin's top 5 in the constructors.
And I think Megan's just now going to run to the commentary box and say thank you very much for that. Sergio Sabrino's out
in the pit lane.
I'm on board with him. I'm on board. He's retired in the pit lane. He came into the pit lane and he's just retired. I think that might... I reckon that's... I think that's a desync issue.
Could be. Or it could be he just doesn't want to race.
He's got a new win.
Mark Chalous up on Camel's stature there. Camel's going really late on his hards. That's Sergio out of the race. Not ideal at all for Mercedes.
Yeah. I've never seen that before, a driver disconnect when I'm on board with him. That was weird.
Oh, did he leave when he was on board?
Yeah, I was on board with him, and he came into the pit lane and retired. And I thought, is that a desync issue? Because I think he hit the pit wall coming in, damaged his wing.
that's the case, and that could be
yeah.
why.
Yeah. Weird.
Yep. Oh, Coda back up. 3 seconds.
He's done
5
it too.
seconds.
He's done it too. He's retired.
And then we got Yannick Schmidt on the back of Bogdan Moldovan, who's currently in 10th. Mark Schluter, who's on the back of Kemal Stasherat, who's currently in 8th and 9th.
This is fantastic.
I presume Kemal might be trying to help the people in front, possibly Leroy Brown. Oh, no, that's just Cornet's car.
Back up the track, yeah. Which is weird, because Sergio Sabrino's stopped in the pit lane. Like, he came out of the pit stop and stopped in the fast lane. Whereas, yeah, Cornet de Bacas has gone out onto the track.
Yeah, that's
weird. And he stopped at Eau Rouge. That's never, I hate it when they stop there, and especially at Eau Rouge Raidillon. It's such a bad place for it to stop because you don't ghost. So, it is always contact.
Schluter.
So, yeah.
On Statura now.
There's another yellow. Damn it, there's another.
Oh, it's gone. Not there for me.
Yeah.
Oh! Bit of contact between these two. Ooh. Not
side by
much
side.
to do, but nice battle between us on the exit. There wasn't much for anywhere, any mark to go, but Kemal made sure to leave enough space. And Kemal's going to stick behind for DRS down towards Lake Com.
Smart move. Left in spin. Well, actually, left in side by side, further back with Gia Petro as well. And I think Gia Petro's going to get the DRS. So everyone's playing their own game here as to what you're going to play. Oh, and that Red Bull's sliding wide, and Gia Petro cuts the corner. You saw it.
Yep.
Did he cut? There
we go. It's going to be 2 into 1. Mark's going to lose 2 positions. Bogdan Mulder. Oh, contact. Oh. Bogdan forced off.
Smart. Yeah.
Jonah Martins is out. He's retired on track.
I think he's had a crash, so is that going to cause a safety car? It's all hell breaking loose. We've got like 5 cars in a battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 cars trying to battle it out. Mark's got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting as well. There's no safety car, which is good. So Jonah Martin's out. That's crucial again. And all hell breaking loose from the final points paying
6
positions.
of them, side by side.
Fantastic.
Jay and Agiano in towards the chicane. Jay's up the inside. Oh, the answer caddy's round. And the other one's round. Agiano. And Campbell's out.
Oh, no. That's just getting ridiculous. And that's a full safety car in the closing stages of the race.
That was interesting to say the least. So we had
Gia Petro, yeah.
So we had Gia Petro. Oh, he's retiring. That's great. So Gia Petro had an incident with JSD. Then something happened with Camille. I don't know if that was. Oh,
Richie, I'm going to interrupt you because Harvey Cohen, Leroy Brown, and Cameron Downs have gone past the pit lane. They got the safety car too late, but everyone behind them has got a free pit stop. They're going to go to the soft compound tyre. So this is going to be really entertaining into the race now.
Josh, you remember, don't you, last Thursday?
Yes.
Cameron Downs stayed out.
Oh, God, not even. Oh, flashbacks. Yeah, he stayed out, and it cost him second in the PSGL F3 title.
4 days later.
It's happening again.
Oh, this isn't going well for Cameron. He's going to be having PTSD at the moment.
History repeats itself time and time again. Yep, safety car's fully out now.
Yep, so this isn't ideal for the top 4 at all.
Do you remember that line in The Simpsons as well? With Ross Cargo, where he goes, I want 10,000 tough guys and 10,000 soft guys, and I want them arranged like this. Well, here is what the current order is, as we've got cars stopping on the Camel Straight, actually, Richie, which is a bit of a worry. Oh, no.
Oh, hang on.
Desync.
Oh.
Cars stopping on the Camel Straight, having trouble.
So this must be a desync issue then.
Oh, no.
Or people are driving very stupidly. And was it Tuscan 2020? When there were 5 of them at the back?
Yeah. Okay, well, JS Trey's out of the race.
I'm going to have a look in the chat just to see if there's any sort of desync.
Well, while you do that, Richie, I'll explain what I was going on about with the Ross Cargo thing. This is what tyres they're currently on. We've got medium, soft, medium, soft. I think I've gone mad with power, Richie.
Definitely.
Love,
Definitely.
love that line of The Simpsons. What's wrong with going mad with power? You have no phone if you don't have any power. Ross Cargill is one of the most entertaining villains The Simpsons have ever had. He's such a funny dude. Right, so with the car stopping like that on the Kemmel Straight after the pit stops, either they were all getting the signal to "You've illegally overtaked, please stop there," and JSJ just sort of ran into the back of them, or there was a desync issue. There's something definitely going on there, because that was too weird.
Yeah, not ideal. Maybe we'll find out after what happened. But
yeah,
at the moment, I'd say at the moment it looks like it could be a possible Simon Daniel Harlem podium.
Oh, good call. And I think you're right, because they're going to be on much, much, much faster tyres, and presumably the safety car will be in the next lap. So not this one, the next one. So 19. So that's 20. That's why we might have 3 laps of running here, Richie.
Which will be one of DRS.
Yeah, the last lap. You're right. So that's going to be quite hard for the medium runners to try and defend. Leroy Brown's a sitting duck. 7 up on mediums. Harvey's on 6. Cameron's on 5. And Lefty's on 4. They might progress forward. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to have Cameron and Lefty go first, second. Then we're going to see on the next lap more cars going forward to the front. There's a lot to play for here. There's a lot that can happen.
Oh, was Alex Hossler in the chat?
Who he?
Alex Hossler. I don't like him.
I'm sure the feeling's mutual. Whoever he is, I'm not familiar.
2019 esports driver.
Oh.
Williams.
Okay.
No, 2020 actually. Raced with Floris. No, not with Floris, but raced like against Floris, I presume.
Ah, so Floris.
Basically, I hated it because I replied to a message and he had to go with free, so I should be focusing on commentating. But little did Alex know, I've got a very big brain, so you can multitask.
Ah.
That's going to be racially motivated. But here we are. The safety car's going to be... Well, I thought Harvey went for a second.
I thought he did.
That was a weird camera angle. The safety car's completely gone.
Yep.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you know what that reminds me of with the safety car flying away with Harvey there in the background? That clip of Bathurst with that Skyline and the Mustang.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Oh.
Did you see the Bathurst 12 hour the other day?
I didn't watch all of it, but I saw the clip with the Skyline that just fly away on the straights. But enough of Bathurst, because we're not here today. We're at Belgium, the other side of the world. Harvey's he's gone already. That caught Leroy off guard. Then we've also got Cameron just in behind as well.
Hang on. The safety car's still out. We went green. The safety car's back out again.
What?
On the screen. Look at the screen. The lights are still on.
What?
Well, we're racing.
Oh, great.
And now 5 seconds for annoying yellow flags. Moldovan, desync. The safety car signal's still out there.
They're still going, but we'll keep on board. Some of the comps go on the back of Lefty now. 1.5 tenths. And Mox left the session. Lots
Green
of
again.
desync.
Oh, look at this. Everyone's getting penalties because the track stayed yellow for so long.
They will be removed. But yeah,
they will be.
On the back of Lefty, gets past Lefty into Laycom now. On board with him, he's going to be looking possibly for a win here. He's just going to get through Cameron, Leroy and Harvey, which is possible. Tamas Geller for a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. This is going to be an interesting final lap. We've got Daniel Yeltsin on the back of Lefty as well. Lefty just going to drop through the field now with these soft tyre runners. You can see Yeltsin, he hangs back. He was going to go up the inside, but he hangs back for now. And he's going to probably get him coming into the exit of the chicane, maybe.
It's going to take an enormous time to work out the results of this one, isn't it? Because of all the penalties that we've got to have removed as well. But what we do know for the sure is Harvey Cohen leads to Leroy second with Cameron third and Simon as well. Weird that he hasn't made a great restart, but Harvey did bolt it, didn't he? Did. Coming out turn one, he completely went for it.
I think a lot of people are confused with what's going on. With the whole pit stop
malarkey. I was thinking because the field's so spread out, so they all got confused.
Around the outside of Lefty. Lefty decided to defend. Oh, bit of contact. Oh, massive
bang!
That's Simon Kopsky basically out of the race now. He all scored no points. Daniel Yeltsin now into 5th. He'll be looking to take a win. Lefty just ahead. Well, actually, he won't take a win now because look at the gap. 1.5 seconds between those guys. That's Daniel up the inside. Lefty playing a little bit dirty there. While going up in towards the chicane. That's also Harlem through as well. Harlem Marquis up into 5th position. We've got Spins out the back. That's Giano and Mark Schluter in the pit lane.
I think they're going to... They're damaged to the wings as well, so...
And I've got to say, to be honest, I'm going to put one thing out now. The racing here has been absolutely ridiculous today.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, these are all great drivers and I love them all, but it's been ridiculous. I don't know anyone. I can't actually, apart from the ones at the top 3, I can't speak for anyone else and say, oh, they raced fairly. Because most people did a stupid move today. Lefty spun.
Oh, another one. Bogdan, and Lefty's out of it. Yeah, he's spun round. I think they've all had a little bit of an adrenaline stop because you've gone for qualifying, you should go straight to the race, but you've had to stop to get a new lobby, and it's all been a bit dramatic.
I wouldn't say it's an excuse for people to be dirty.
No, I think it's frustrated them, and it's got them on edge a little bit as well.
I'm not trying to like dishearten dishearten the drivers, but the driver senses they really need to improve because I'm not the only one saying. I've seen people all throughout the whole thing on the chat saying, you know, like. Been ridiculous.
Yeah, they've got to change this out. But Cameron's on the back of Leroy, by the way, for 2nd position. He's catching him up quite quickly.
Right. Remember, Cameron's in 3rd. What did Cameron's dad say?
Podium. Yeah, you're right.
And what did we think after the pit stops? He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it, but he's done it.
Yeah, it looks like it. DRS enabled now.
Oh.
Last 2-lap battle.
Yeah.
Red Bull versus McLaren.
I'll tell you what, the one good thing about the rule change this year is that the safety car, the DRS now gets activated 2 laps after, not 3 for 2023.
Is Leroy close enough to possibly get a move on Harvey? Harvey's on 50%. Leroy's on 25.
Cameron's going to lose out. Actually, no, Daniel's going to lose out to Harlan Marquez on the other soft tyre for 4th position. They're just ghosting each other at the moment.
But look, Leroy, 6 tenths now behind Harvey. So he's gained 3 tenths under the DRS there down towards Lake Com. Daniel Yeltsin on the back of Cameron Dade. Still, obviously, the softs are not dying, but they're just not having the push they had at the start.
No, the mediums are... Oh, Lefty with another 3-second time penalty as well. And Mark as well is into the pit lane for new soft tyres. But everyone on the medium tyres now, they're getting to the end of their life cycle. They didn't pit under the safety car. So technically they've had an extra 2 laps maximum push because they've saved under the safety car.
Leroy!
Oh, that's it. That's it done then. And that's Cameron 2nd.
Yes, it is. And that's Daniel into 3rd after starting 12th position in this race. He was currently 3rd in the championship, just 15 points behind Harvey Cohen. And he's now going to be finishing 3rd. It's going to extend Harvey's championship lead, but it's going to make sure...
Oh, but look at Harlem, Richie. Yes. Harlem's right in the back of him, coming through Blanchimont as well. He's going to try and make the move on the outside into the bus stop. Oh. That's a good manoeuvre, but that's fantastic. But he's cooked it up and gone straight on.
Yep, that was... I thought he was going to go straight into the wall then. I did hear what you said, yeah.
I meant to say he's cooked the tyres by locking up, but my brain moved too quickly.
Cooked it up.
Yeah.
But...
Be careful! Go on, Richard.
I don't think we'll see much more action now, unfortunately, till the end of the race, because it's now all about people just trying to get positions, actually. Lukomsky on the back of Andrei Molnar. We could see battle for position here.
Yeah, here we go.
Some in the chat say 1.5, indeed. But there we go. And that is Lukomsky into 7th. And also, Harlem on the back of Yeltsin still, but can't get through.
He was aiming for Brussels Airport instead to get an early flight.
Well, after this race, I would definitely not mind doing that. But also, we got Tamascal and Bogdan Moldovan fires in. Oh, little tap there. Oh, bit of a push to pass there in my eyes. Couple of little taps to the back of Bogdan. Bogdan gets through though, so that's Bogdan's. Actually, he's going to go through up the inside of Puan.
Harvey's now 1.18 ahead. In fact, now 1.2 clear of Leroy Brown. Cameron's 4 turns back, so Cameron's got 2nd for sure. But Harvey Cohen's going to get the win. That's even better.
He is. He's going to make it a double win.
Yeah.
He won the sprint race at Baku. He won the 50% race at Baku. He's going to win the 50% race here at Spa.
He's just coming out of Blanchimont, 1.3 seconds clear. There's a couple of overtakes that might happen at the line. Cameron's closing in, but I think it's too late to you, Richie.
Yep, there we go. Cameron on the back of Leroy, can't get through. But Harvey Cohen, phenomenal race, led the whole way, and he's going to win the Belgian Grand Prix. Leroy Brown drops down below the podiums. Cameron Dowd in second, and Daniel Yeltsin starting from 12th up into third. Very nice there. Harlan Marquis up into fourth. Could have looked for a third position, but unfortunately, he broke too late going in towards the bus stop chicane on lap 21. And there we go. It's over. I sounded so enthusiastic throughout that race because my voice is dead now. It was dead before.
Yeah.
But it's even more dead now. I blame Alex for that, actually, because he had a cold and he gave it me through Discord somehow.
The technological
But Cameron's
virus.
dad, yes, my boy.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing from Cameron. Finishes second here at the Belgium Grand Prix. Really, really nice there for Cameron. Harvey wins yet again. So we've got a top three, which I didn't expect. I'll be honest, I didn't expect Cameron to get on the podium because he was down in 7th. I thought that'd be quite hard to get up. Daniel Yeltsin started in 12th, so I thought, yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. And then Harlan Marquis, started 15th. But to be honest, Cameron's dad, you did tell us. You said at the start he was going to get a podium, and he did. So, yeah, you need to just tell him that next time. I'm not going to wrap up my stream.
Yeah, good little result there. Very happy with that. What a great race. Nice to have the opportunity to be here on WOR. I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you, Josh. But we're not going to leave just yet. We're going to see if anyone wants an interview.
Well, you'll have to track them up because I haven't got those permissions.
Cameron Dowd. Cameron.
Hello.
So that race went absolutely amazing for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it went really well.
So you started in 7th. Did you think a second was possible?
I thought maybe a top 5 would be possible, but I didn't think I'd get second. No.
Well, your dad said in the chat that you get a podium, and he said that before the race started. So, you know, you got yourself a bit of a mind reader. But it was, it was absolutely amazing performance. Obviously, I suppose it was a lot nicer seeing Leroy get that penalty. It meant, right, I ain't gonna get past Leroy for P2. I can just stick behind and just get to the end. And
yeah, it took away a lot of stress.
Did you was there a lot of desync for you? Because there seemed to be a lot near the end. Because someone DNF'd on the straight, and I think that was due to desync. Then we also had that thing with the yellow flag stayed out and all stuff like that. Did you, see any of the desync your end?
I had yellow flags and that, but I didn't actually see any desync. But there might have been.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
But no matter what happened to everyone else, you still came P2, which is amazing. Josh, anything from you?
Well, just an amazing race as well. And did you have flashbacks, as Richie alluded to as well during the commentary, to staying out there? Because on Thursday in the PSGL race as well, it did cost you seconds out to book.
Oh, yeah.
It worked out for you brilliantly. So has it sort of restored a bit of a confidence in that you make good decisions all the time? It's sort of helping you with your race strategy as well, that this one's worked out as you took the gamble?
Yeah, I think experience is quite key in the strategy. And yeah, hopefully I can just end up in races like these and have to make those calls, and then over time it'll just get better and better and better with the strategy.
Definitely. And strategy is one of the hardest things to work on as well, because sometimes it's, you can't really know what's going to happen ahead, so you just got to go for the most feasible idea.
Yeah.
But it's all to work on, and you've got lots more time. But thank you, Cameron, for joining us. Really good race, and we hope to see you next week.
Yep, thank you. See you.
So, yeah. And then we got the final interviewee, Daniel Yeltsin.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Started 12th, so it wasn't the best qualifying at all, was it, really, for you?
No, it wasn't.
Finished third.
Yeah, I finished, but yeah, quali first. Yeah, I ran wide in one of the corners, so I knew I couldn't finish the lap because you would get a quali ban. Then it would have been good enough for top 5, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, and race, I think I didn't really have the best pace today, but I somehow just got really lucky with the carnage around me, and the safety car as well, I think, was lucky, and yeah.
Did you suffer from any desync issues? Because I know a lot of other drivers did.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because there was lots of desync, especially with the yellow flag thing as well after the safety car.
Yeah, that was quite annoying because I was always on the softs and yeah, the car didn't really begin to overtake, so it was a bit annoying, but yeah, it is how this game is, unfortunately. But
Well,
I don't think that really. Yeah.
Well, amazing.
Yeah, so I'm just happy that luck was on my side today, and yeah, happy with the podium, especially when I didn't really have the pace. So hopefully I can have a better one. Yeah, next race.
And obviously, coming out of Baku, you did everything back. It was a really good race at all. Do you think this will give you a little bit more confidence now? Because obviously you would have probably lost a bit of confidence after the Baku DNF because it wasn't very ideal at all, was it?
Yeah, the Baku DNF obviously not ideal. And yeah, it's a nice upturn to get a podium. But at the same time, I think I need to work on pace because today it wasn't really the best, and yeah. So I don't know if it would boost on my confidence or not, but yeah, I'm at least happy with the result though.
Yeah. Well, that's all good. But thanks for joining us, Daniel. We'll see you next week for round 5.
Yes, see you.
Josh, I thought that was it, but we got Harvey here. He joined last minute.
Oh, fantastic.
Hello,
Harvey.
It's been a while. Me, Josh, and Harvey.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
I've missed speaking with you, to be fair.
I know.
One of the days of F4s as well, but hello.
Hello.
And that went, I'd say, pretty perfect, really, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I mean, me and Leroy, I was just kind of working with him at the start, just kind of following him. Wasn't pushing too hard. Reacted to his undercut, stuck behind him, and then we were closing down on the leaders until kind of an unlucky safety car for me, but lucky safety car for them, I guess, came out. And yeah, it was a bit of a challenging for a few laps, but I knew that I had some pace left in the tyres, so I just put it to use.
No, I'm just. Oh,
carry on, Josh.
Oh, I'll just go. I'm obviously the guest here in the comms today, replacing. And I'm not going to be at every one of these, but I just want to say, I understand from Richie telling me that you won the sprint in Baku, you won Baku, and then you won here as well. You're on a roll.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, starting to put in a couple more rounds. We've got challenges coming up, and we've got the PSGL Esports event coming up, which I'll be representing Vlotchain. So I'll try and just get the extra hours in, make sure my pace is up there, make sure I'm able to show what I can truly do, and I think it's starting to pay off in WOR.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously back in PSGL, in season 31, you did the exact same when it comes to the end of F4. You put a bit more time in, and you ended up at one point being in a run for the championship, which a few races before you wasn't even anywhere near. So with the right work and effort, it can really, really help.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to be in the championship battle this season. So,
well,
I'm so jealous of George getting to comment on those.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you need to say you're planning to be on it. I think you are in the championship battle for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season. Luck can swing, anyone's way. So we have to just, stay real. I could have a couple bad races, but
I've got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Someone DM me. How tall are you?
Oh, great.
You know who it is?
I am. I think I know who it is. I am 5'7". That's how tall I am.
I'm taller than Harvey Cohen. Wow.
Oh, great.
There you go,
Alex. It's not hard to be taller than me.
5'9".
Alex just DM me, but ask for his height. Please do it. So there you go.
Yeah, 5'7". I'm a bit small.
Wait, I'm 5'10".
Type for an F1 driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us, Harvey. It's nice to have you back with us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Hopefully, I get to speak to you guys next week.
Hopefully.
I won't be here, I don't think.
Well, we'll see. Anything can happen.
Well, I hope I will, but then again, there's other people who got my gig here.
Well, there you go, everyone. It's the end of the race. We're going to go back to our intermission screen. There we go. That's better. Oh, I need to put... No. There we go.
Am I on this?
You are this time. I needed to... Yeah, I know, but... Oh,
hello, I'm Sapitron. I've replaced Sapitron.
But, yeah, here we are. It's the end of the race, and it was a great one. There was many questionable things. We had the restart, which wasn't ideal. Then we had the safety car at the end of the race, which caused a little bit of controversy.
Again, that
controversy.
balances it out to do that.
We had
Because then it just sort of balances out the naming issue. Go
we
on.
had the three people at the back who not three people at the back. Sorry, it was the two Alpha Terriers and the Williams who had the little battle
Yeah.
and spun.
Yeah.
Then at the chicane, that then gave the top four a bit more of an advantage. So it was an interesting final few laps. Obviously, Leroy getting the penalty out of nowhere, which is definitely going to, it's really going to destroy his championship. He's still going to be in the fight for it, but it's not going to help it at all.
No, and that's a big disappointment. I think, as it always does, Belgium has sort of shaken up the championship as well when it needed to. It's shown up quite a good, interesting run, and it's only round 4 of the season?
Yeah, round 4. We're going to round 5 next round.
Yeah, so it's early days in
is.
the championship run, but it's again shaken things up. It's done what Zandvoort usually does at providing the entertaining race championship changing races. And I think this is actually really good. And Harvey definitely is running away a little bit too much at the front. So is anyone going to come and chase him down?
I don't know.
Time will tell. But it's getting fun. I like it.
Harvey's going to play the game where he doesn't say he's going to win, but I think he knows he's got a very good chance. He can't.
We remember from F4 days in PSGL when he was saying that, and then he came back in the middle half of the season.
Yeah, so he doesn't look good for him to say, but he thinks he can win it. But I know that at the moment he's definitely the favourite going into the championship battle. I think if Leroy was to have got second, maybe not. But the fact Leroy's dropped down 3 positions in a championship can mean a lot. Just look back at 2021 real life F1. 1 or 2 positions could mean it all, which obviously did in the last lap. So.
Are you going there, Richie?
I am.
At 9:40 at night on Monday the 6th of February, you're going there.
I need to be careful because I've got the Max t-shirt on as well, so everyone knows who I support. So
2023, Richie, 2023. It was 2 years ago.
Listen, people still celebrate Schumacher's titles. They were 20 years ago.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, and sadly, I do remember the ones in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004.
Do you still remember 1997?
No, I wasn't there for that one, thankfully.
Oh.
But I remember I have studied 1997.
We need a WOR podcast. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think me and Jess had to fill once as well. When I was previously on here, I think at the start of the generation of F1 22, me and Jess did a race at Miami.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah, you and Jess.
We had problems at the start there as well, actually.
Did
So
you?
maybe it's Amika's probably, but yeah, we had to fill for around about 20-30 minutes or so, and we said we could do with a podcast.
Well, we'll have to. We'll get Jess in as well, sorted. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining me. And thanks Josh for joining in. It was a little bit late, but better late than never, is what I'll say.
Yeah, thanks to work for that. But a pleasure to be here. Thanks for getting me in, Richie, and to Luke as well. And yeah, a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And hopefully as well, if anybody is not around, I can jump in and help out because I did say that. So thanks everyone. Yeah, cheers.
So thank you, Sappytron, for joining us. And we'll be back next week. Maybe not Josh, but I will be back next week with the usual Sappytron. Not that Sappytron, the other one. I'm getting confused myself now. But thank you everyone for joining. We'll end it here. And we hope to see you all next time for the next race, round 5, which is at, I don't know, but I'm going to guess Hungary. So for Hungary, I'll see you at Hungary. So, goodbye.